Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon D&D Snow. I'm your DM, your GM, the Gold Crow, and with me I have four of my wonderful friends with me, one of which, I believe it's the same one who did it last time, is going to recap the last episode of Pokemon Snow.
Yeah, so I learned I could get away with this twice, and so did the D4. So last time we found out that the cursed staff's name is Blightbane, and we can destroy it by throwing it into a fire, well, engulfing it in fire for a period of time. Before we left, Proteus named the shaman Oranos in case we ever gain the ability of sending or a similar spell, so we can contact him if we feel the need. And then we had a dragon appear before us, and his name was Kronos, and he and he knows what was is and will be, and he asked us to help him in his plight. And Andromeda says that he could be a manipulator. That's what dragons used to be at her time, but she is not certain. And Kronos just said we need to slay the spawn of Belladonna, and if we agree to this, he will gift us something that will help us accomplish such a task, which we did do. He gave us a poison slaying sword that Kronos had spent a long time trying to get and was very difficult for him. And he told us that we could find the first spawn, Hemlock, in Iron Broche. Proteus tried to peddle a deal with him to take Aranos back to his time, but Kronos said that he couldn't do that, at least not permanently. And then Proteus also asked Kronos to kind of give proof that he wasn't a facade. And so Proteus got sent back in time to a different campaign that we did. And we may have played around with time. And then eventually we agreed, got the sword. And then we met with the mayor again, who gave us a letter of recommendation to get us to Iron Broach and give us a starting point there. And we found out Anna was doing some shenanigans. And then we talked to Kira, who introduced us to Polly, who introduced a new set of mechanics that we will most likely run into the next time we go into combat, so I won't go over it too much. And then we talked to Estelle, who told us about the ice team, which lined up with what Proteus was suspecting. And then we started traveling for 5 days, and we met the Hallowed Flames, had some talks with them, and then everyone ganged up on Proteus and asked him why he didn't like them.
And, okay, you can have a reroll. And for one luck point, if you can answer this within 10 seconds, I'll give you a luck point.
Ooh.
What does snow stand for? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, like I have no hope on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
All
like,
right.
I heard it
Dang.
once, and I was not able to write it down fast enough.
Okay.
I've got it. I just can't find it in 10 seconds.
I honestly don't remember.
All right. Well, sure thing. The last thing you left the kind of vanguard of Hallowed Flames with in tow one of those with a medic from the university. To clarify with that sword you got, it's innately a +1 sword, but you get that damage boost for things that innately have poison attacks, whether it's with claws, with a bite, or a breath. Not if they're just holding a poison dagger, right?
Yeah,
Has to be an actual poison ability.
Yeah. It has to have poison involved in one of its like innate attacks.
Fun. Produces a +1 sword now.
Yeah. But, yes, you were on the road, kind of steering Malcolm with your carrot on a stick. And you heard a scream off to the, into the forest. You are along the kind of dirt road path. What do you do?
Well, I'm inclined to investigate.
Careful. We remember the last time we were led off the trail by someone screaming, right?
Malcolm does not, so he's going to run off toward the
Oh,
scream.
well, okay. Well, never mind.
Well, unhook him!
I guess he doesn't.
No,
No.
He has the cart.
the car just goes rolling up the side of the road.
Just like,
This is fine.
Could be the murder. It could be bandits.
Do you guys want to unhook Malcolm? Or
yes.
Yeah.
Someone needs
Yeah.
to grab him.
Yeah.
No, you know what? No, yeah, yeah. Just unhook him. He can be our litmus test.
Oh my gosh.
Whether or not this is an ambush.
What? As you're kind of running towards Malcolm, Anna's like, "Well, what should I do?"
Just stay there. Be on guard.
Watch the cart.
Watch the cart. Watch the cart.
Okay, well, that won't be
It
hard.
won't be long.
Okay. Yeah. So it isn't that dark out either. So it's like getting towards evening, but it hasn't sun hasn't set yet. You begin going into the forest towards the scream, and Malcolm, you're just going towards it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You start running towards it, and with the party in tow, rolling. Yes. You hit this clearing where you see some more of those black birds, those murkrow. There's a fallen over tree near a boulder, and they are with daggers in hand. They are approaching a Kangaskhan holding a bundle just near her in her arms, like at near the chest. They're several feet away from her, but they're drawing closer to her. You all kind of, Malcolm gets there like first, but you're all kind of in the same kind of clump, so you all see this at the same time.
Attack the birds!
I think we just opened fire. They're clearly they're clearly hostile, holding blades at her.
Okay, then
Just
we will
roll over the guy with the blades first, my sheep.
we will just roll initiative then. Let me just get the map here.
There's no tact here. It's very clearly
Yeah,
an armed
like,
robbery.
well, I suppose I wasn't wrong. 7.
And Malcolm should be first. I'll say you're at the
Okay.
edge here. Boop, boop, boop. I'm not gonna forcefully put you there. You could just, Malcolm's the first one there, so you just have to be behind him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I will rule initiative for these guys.
Got a 21 on initiative. Dang.
They didn't get very high.
Well,
I
they got
think,
higher than us.
think we know who's going first.
All right. You see, okay, so we're gonna do Dante first. You see him assessing the situation. Malcolm assessing the situation, but you're kind of first to kind of react.
Okay. I go ahead and move. Here. So I want to at least make sure Malcolm gets in front of me afterwards. So I'm just going to shout to Malcolm. Malcolm, go ahead. And I'm going to firebolt this guy.
This one right here? Okay, yeah, make an attack roll.
Okay, 6. Oh, that's not a great roll.
What'd you get?
I got a 9.
A 9, it sails past the corvid.
Shoot. Okay, yep. I don't want to spend any of my spells quite yet, so I will pass turn.
All right. We will then go to Proteus.
All right. Neum. There's 30 feet. How's the Kangaskhan looking?
She looks scared.
Do
an
can
insight
I take
check.
her behind cover? Oh, insight. Insight. Am I good at these?
Just to see how she is.
12.
Yeah, she looks frightened.
All right. Can I use my bonus action to dash and like help her get to this rock over here?
Are you gonna like grab her hand and bring her over?
Yeah.
Do a
She fake, boys. With my strength or with my dex?
with your dex. You can use your dex.
Okay. 15.
She pulls her hand away and she's like, she says, I'll go.
But I didn't make physical contact with her?
No, she pulled her hand away.
Okay. Can I take this search action to see if anyone looks to have cast or be upholding a spell?
You can use the search action, yes.
All right.
What are you specifically looking?
I just said.
Like are
If any of these Murkrow are using, like,
Okay.
seem to be concentrating.
I'm gonna be looking for someone who isn't out in the open doing this, because if I were to set up an ambush, I would not be holding up a spell and being seen.
Okay, just what it costs a search action. I'll give you a pretty broad scope. So yeah, you can do a search action.
Yeah. Let's see. It's investigation, right?
Yeah. It's investigation or perception. I think it's perception, but I'll let you do either or.
11.
What you get with that is when you look over here, you can see like inside the dirt there is kind of like a grove where, much like what your cart makes, Anna's cart, there's like a grove of wheels that appears to be that was pushed in and out here very frequently. Take that how you wish.
All right. That's. Well, I guess I couldn't grab her, so. I guess I still have my bonus action, so I'll use it to. I'll kind of point it out to Dante and co, and then go into bush.
Okay. You just
That's
jump.
a dash action. I will try to touch her on the way, though. Just kind of like a move through this space kind of a deal. See if I can get anything to make contact.
I'm gonna have her do a dexterity saving throw. I'll say has to get above 15 in order to not be touched by you.
Okay.
As you walk by, your hand kind of phases through her.
Okay. It's as I thought. They've set up an illusion. Someone nearby is upholding a silent image. I guess he would say this. Well, I guess the only language I share with Dante is dark, so I guess I just say it in common so Malcolm hears it.
Huh. Okay.
I think that these Murkrow can speak dark.
Yeah, that's the other reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing you did this and say this, she says, "So heroic. Catch." And she throws the bundle at you, Dante.
Oh.
And
Oh.
it's a bundle of straw. And then she runs up and stabs you.
Of course.
Getting a... Oh, it's advantage.
Ooh, yeah, oh boy.
Ooh,
Well, it doesn't matter.
it's a disguised self. She was taller than she appeared.
It gets a 21 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Is like kind of this short sword phases out of her and hits you for 6 points of damage, piercing.
Oh.
Meanwhile, these ones are gonna walk up. The other one cannot hit you, Dante. So
And
2 are going for Proteus. I think the first one misses with a big old 10.
Yep.
And I got another big old 10. I'm gonna roll again, see if I get another one. No. Okay.
no shinies.
One of them spontaneously turns purple.
Ira.
She just kind of calls out, "That image doesn't look so silent to me," and she's going to cast Bane. So she's so let's see. Oh, actually, let's see if she's actually within range of everything. She can get in range.
Yeah, how much range does
Here.
they have?
30 feet.
All right. You want to get them all?
I just have to get what, like here, yeah. So like, well, actually, if I just moved up here, would that be enough? Yes, it would. All right. So, I think I'm gonna grab this Bane, this guy, and the Kangaskhan. So that's charisma saves.
Oh, charisma. Okay.
I love.
Well,
Charlie's.
I am a
Wouldn't be
guy
surprised,
who rolls saving throws out in the open. And we got a 15, a 9, and a 7.
All right. That okay. So I guess
The one next to...
2.
Yeah, this one. It succeeded.
Ah.
Or is your modifier... No, probably not.
DC is 14.
Yeah, okay, so just those two. I really should get some markers, but
Yes.
the markers, like, ruin everything. My UI.
All right.
Mhm.
Yep, that's minus 1d4 to attacks and saves for those two.
All right. You're free to remind me if you think I forgot.
All right. And I think she's just gonna move back and let's see. I don't think I'm bonus actioning anything, so that's all.
That zealot better be appreciative of this. All right, Malcolm. You see this kind of wave of just this disorienting energy go over the some of the foes. What do you do?
Well, Malcolm notices that all of these guys have 2 legs, so
Oh
Uh,
no.
rage and gonna attack right here on
Alright.
this one.
All right, make an attack roll.
This is where we find out it's a Zorua. After he kills
Okay,
it.
just checking because it's been a while since I. Okay, here we go. 17.
17 will hit it.
All right. Nine.
That was you hear like a squawk within the illusion.
Ah,
You see some black feathers fly out of it. All right,
And that's Malcolm's turn.
Dante, or actually, you see one of them look in the northern direction and whistle.
Oh.
But then, yeah, Dante.
Okay.
Guys,
I
I think we
am
walked
going-
in.
I am going to cast Bless.
Okay.
Probably on. Well, I'm going to cast it on.
Wait,
Proteus,
wait.
Malcolm. Oh,
Everyone
You
is
have
under Valor.
yeah, everyone
Oh,
is under
Except
Valor.
Proteus.
I mean,
Oh,
the-
what did you get for your roll before, Dante?
what did I get for my roll before? That was a 9.
Roll a d4 because if you get a 4, you will hit it. And I don't mind Okay,
Nope.
no, you still miss. Okay, good. We don't have to retroactively do anything.
Does Bless not stack with Valor?
No, it's basically the same thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
In that case, that changes things. I will instead use Healing Words on myself.
I will note
What's
though that Proteus did not receive it. If you want to get him, but that's your decision.
I would only really be able to bless him and no one
Yeah.
else. So I don't think it's really worth the singular spell slot for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Healing Words on myself because that damage did hurt. Plus Wiz. Not roll one, basically. That's the wrong channel. Oops. 4. Nice, max.
Max, you get all you're fully healed.
And I'm going to go ahead and follow up by smacking the Murkrow that's disguised as the King of Stone.
All right, the one that Malcolm softened up. Yep, make
Yep.
some attack rolls, and you got a d4 to all of them.
It's just one swing, really. Nice. 17.
Perfect, you hit.
Okay. Two-handed. 9 damage.
You hear a squawk as you see the disguised Selfade, and there's a Murkrow kind of laying there on the ground.
All right. Awesome. I will move. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and move here in case Malcolm decides he wants to do any flanking.
Okay. Proteus.
All right. Well. I know you don't want me to hit the Bane guy, but he's also the only one to get sneakies on, so...
Oh, well.
Do it.
Oh,
I mean, you can, yeah.
dang. Fair enough.
This honestly works out, because if you end up one-shotting him, Malcolm gets to move over and then flank on this guy.
I got 12.
12 would not hit.
Alright. Short sword time, not the magic one. We don't use magic item here. 9, that's both of those. So I'm going to use my bonus action to... Hello. To do that.
Okay. You're,
Oh wait, is that a dash?
Oh wait, you're right. No, it's disengaged.
Yeah.
So I'd probably
Hold up, what's your
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Over here.
530.
all right.
When's your second attack also had advantage? Oh, you did. No.
Oh wait, right. 5.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm vaccinating a little bit, aren't
Oh
I?
yeah, what would the second attack have advantage?
Yeah, it would have, because you're flanking.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Let's
Oh
do...
yeah, you didn't roll it.
There you go.
21.
Ooh, there you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
but it was an
Alright.
offhand attack, right? So you don't get the
Yep,
modifier.
so just a lot of d6s, and by a lot I mean 2. 7, as expected.
Your
7.
sneak attack with it still, so that's still nice.
Lucky 7. All right. Yeah. He looks wounded. All right. Their turn. You see off in the northern part of the clearing these
Reinforcements.
figures appear.
Oh. What?
Abomination.
What on earth?
Caged abomination.
You see them, you see 2 more Murkrow wheel out this abomination inside of a cage. And they used everything to get here. But they, threaten to open up the cage next turn.
Goody.
Okay. It said, and you hear these ones say, okay, you're a little tougher than we thought. Deal with that. And they're going to start running.
Oh no. That's definitely a feral Pokemon.
This one's going to disengage because it has to get away from Malcolm. And so does this one, but there's not very... It's going to make the gamble and try and run away from Dante.
Okay. I will take the Oppie. Probably can't really down it or anything, but hey.
You are blessed, too.
4. That's a 22.
You would have hit it then, yes.
Plus 3. 7 damage.
7 damage, exactly what Proteus did. Okay. Ira's turn.
One moment. Hmm. Let's see. They're running off in this direction, right? And this is the way we came from.
Well, they seem to be scattering off in different directions. It's just, this one's going towards there. These two are going to They just seem to be scattering to the closest ways they saw to get away. And you can see these ones are kind of like pissing this thing off, like just prodding it and stuff. Well, it's kind of
Yeah, I figured. I think I was gonna focus on the thing in the cage. That thing seems like the biggest problem. She doesn't want that thing getting out. Okay, so yeah, here's what I was gonna do. Ira is going to, let's see, what is the range on this? 90 feet. Am I within that range? Yes, I'm gonna. So Ira is going to study her amulets, and she is going to cast Entangle
on all. Oh, I guess that's like kind of hits all of them, right?
Yep.
Got that thing.
So.
All right.
Yeah. So.
It's strength, right?
Let's see. It is. Yes, a strength saving throw.
All right, I'm gonna do the murder first. So these two. One got a 2 and one got a 12.
That is both fails.
All right, and the griffin. $15.
That is a success. So the two Murkrow are restrained.
Okay.
And they have to spend an action to make a strength check to free itself.
Okay.
On subsequent turns.
Okay. Malcolm. Or Ira, did you want to do something else, Ira?
She's gonna kind of move a little bit away from the guys who are scattering. She's not trying to get into a confrontational position.
Okay.
All right. And yeah. Yeah,
All right.
that's all.
Malcolm.
All right. How does it look? Is the door on the front of the cage like right here?
What I'll do is I'll roll a d6, and if considering normally they could just open it, but considering what Iris did, I will roll a d6, and if I get a 6, they are able to reach and open it.
Okay. The reason I'm asking on if it's on the front is because I want to run up and basically grapple the cage door so that they can't open it.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
You could. It would be basically contesting this thing's, like, if it got opened anyway, like if they unlatched it. So that's kind of another fail-safe, I guess. If they did get it open.
So it's like you have to contest it versus the Murkrow and then this Griffin?
No, what basically happens is, like, I'm gonna roll a d6, and if I get a 6, they unlatch it, and it can get out. But if Malcolm runs up there, he could basically hold it firm.
Alright. Yum.
Okay.
And I'm going to bonus action to keep rage going.
Okay. Did you dash there?
Yes.
Okay, so you wouldn't be doing it yet then. You need to use an action to kind of hold it. Would that be okay? Does that change anything you wish to do? Just so I'm kind of clear.
Well,
here.
it still has to get through Malcolm, even if the door opens.
Yeah.
If
I
Malcolm's
was about
right
to
here.
ask, wouldn't Malcolm technically be body blocking at that point?
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. Cool. Dante.
Okay. Yeah, this is a problem if that gets out. So I'm gonna go ahead and. The problem is we can't really engage these guys that are running away. We kind of have to let them run. So we'll move here, and I'm gonna firebolt the guy on the right.
That'll be at advantage, and you have the bless. So yeah, because he's
Okay.
restrained.
I wish I could do this. I'll just roll the 2d20 and then do stuff after that fact.
All right,
20,
Yeah.
So that's a 14 plus...
that's hitting.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
The 14 alone hits it.
Nice. Do... D10 worth of fire. Alright. Ah.
Oof.
Shame.
Which
Only
one did
2
you hit?
points of- the right one.
The one on the right. Okay, yeah. So your firebolt hits true this time, but he kind of ducks out of the way, so it's kind of like singes the kind of upper part of his head.
Ah. Oh well.
All right.
Man, I'm so used to just having bonus actions for stuff that's like... Not using it makes me feel bad.
All right. This thing is trying to break out, but it's locked. Proteus.
All right. This is gonna be an interesting turn. New. I'm going to jam the lock.
Oh.
It's not really a lock, it's more of a latch.
Oh, it's a latch.
Yeah.
All right. I have a plan B for that then.
Okay.
I'm going to use my forgery tools, and I'm going to seal it with the wax.
Oh,
That
Gives me an idea.
If that's not possible, just tell me now, and we'll save ourselves like 3 minutes.
yeah, it's like considering the strength of this thing in wax, you know.
You need a
Well,
lot of wax.
it's the latch. It's more so the Murkrow won't be able to unlatch it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Considering their predicament, that's fair.
Because they're gonna have to be reaching out of their way and trying to like bust it open at the same time.
Not to mention they're still restrained.
Yeah, that's the main reason. If they were not restrained by this entanglement, I'd say no, but yeah, that's fair. So I'll make it so they both have to get a 6.
Ooh, nice.
In order to reach and give enough strength to unlatch it.
It almost makes me wonder if I could do something with produce flames.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that just because I don't want this thing wailing on Malcolm.
Yeah.
Okay. That would have probably been an action to pull out all that stuff and
Yeah.
put wax on it. But so you still have a bonus action, maybe?
Hunt them.
Hunt them. I can't hunt them with a bonus action.
No, but you can get closer.
And then I don't know if this thing can make an oppie against me.
I'll normally I'd say yes because it's bars, but I'll say you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll head off this way then. And that
Okay.
will be action bonus action movement from me.
Okay. This one is gonna go up here.
Hmm.
Yeah, this one is gonna go up here. And this one I'm gonna roll what they're gonna do, seeing as how you thwarted them more or less. One is gonna continue running. The other is going to see that there's no bird lion ripping people apart yet. So it's going to kind of join back into.
Doubling down and trying to get this thing on us.
And it's going to ready an action there. These two are going to try and open it with all the disadvantages you've put in place. 2d6. If it's 2 6s, they open it, all right? I'm rolling it out here.
36, so...
Okay, they reach for it, but they can't get it. Okay. Yeah, that's all of them, I believe. So, Ira.
Okay. Well, this guy's a problem, but there's a cage in the way, so... You...
Snipe this guy, then maybe I can finish him off.
Is this specifically?
Oh, you want me to
considered
do that?
cover?
Okay.
That is there, yes.
So if this is cover, then
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll snipe this guy. They're having a time.
As Ice mentioned, there's kind of like cover here to shoot them. But yeah, you see around it. Yeah, you're definitely in line of sight now.
Yeah. All right. That's an 18 on the die.
Yep, you hit him. Right one?
Right one. Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna roll the dice again with a D10. Yo! Another 2.
ugh.
Death by 1,000 twos.
Yeah. Let's see. Don't like that there's
Yeah,
a person
guys.
nearby. So,
Casters are still better, but we don't get our damage mods in our dice.
there we go.
Okay.
There we go. And that's all for now.
Malcolm.
Reckless attack.
Okay. Advantage.
You don't need it. You already have advantage.
Oh, right. It's
Oh,
restrained.
and I've got that blessed thing. Never mind.
Yeah.
See what we land here. Okay, over 20 without the bless.
Yep. You're
Yeesh.
good. You're probably going to smush it. 2 damage, and then... Well, actually,
oh my gosh, it was two twos.
It was 2 2s.
it only had 9 HP left, so you
Thwack.
technically overkilled it. So, thwack.
Nice.
Are you raging? Yeah, you're raging.
Yep.
Oh,
Alright.
that's a dead bird.
All right.
Back in front of the cage
All right.
door. Probably on this side, because that's where the latch appears to be on
Yeah.
the little image.
Yep. That's where the latch is. Dante.
Okay. Let's see. Neither of these guys have been wounded at all, right?
They're fresh. One's baned, the other's fresh.
Gotcha.
Or wait, the Bane dude
No, that-
has been hit.
Yeah,
Oh, he has.
Mm-hmm.
he got stabbed.
Yep. Still worried about this guy down here repairing in action, but I know I want to do something with the guy that's already hurt. So, 30. This guy's getting told to dead.
All right. He is going to make a
Whiz save.
Whiz save. God, I love these guys'
Only
mods.
gotta beat a 14.
3 does not
Oh.
beat that.
Nope, so that's a D12 of damage. Going.
Another 2. Can we get another 2?
No, it's
no.
5.
Okay, he has 1 bit of resolve left.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, of course.
You'd love to see it. That's unfortunate. Okay, yeah, I don't have anything I want to do with my bonus actions, so pass turn.
All right.
Fiend.
This thing is... It appears to be trying to open the door, but it can't get past it. Proteus.
It's not smart enough to open the latch itself. Very clearly bestial.
All right. Yes.
Hold on a second. This guy isn't baned anymore then, because you're concentrating on the entanglement, right?
Yeah, no, they are not
Oh.
banged.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not banged.
Yeah.
I forgot about that because they had already left the field, well,
Yeah.
they were leaving the field
Whoops.
by the time they were.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah, haven't made an attack yet though, so. And that they failed to save anyways.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, that doesn't even do anything anyways. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
the natural roll was enough.
Is this difficult terrain?
Yeah, that'll be more or less difficult terrain to kind of go into the thicker parts.
All right.
Playing it.
Because I have a foreboding feeling, I'm going to get up in here, and I'm going to cast image capture. And after producing my my little diamond I got off of Anna inside of a little box,
Yep.
I'm going to then hide.
Oh,
What do you-
wait, did you just snap a picture of the griffin?
You're taking a picture of this thing inside the cave. You actually get like a shot of it, like kind of like reach Malcolm trying to rip his head off.
Yeah, and with these guys in the shot too.
Oh, that's clever.
They kind of look at you confused at what you did.
It looks like I just pulled out a diamond and talked to it, is what it looks like.
Fantastic.
In a box.
They were like bracing themselves for like an attack, but then just nothing happened.
Yeah, and then I hide.
Okay. Just roll a stealth.
Yep. The stealth.
You're
Bad
prob-
stealth 11.
that might still be good enough. No, well, I'll leave that up to you to think if you're hidden or not. All right.
That's action, bonus action, movement.
Yeah. This one is going to go over and just reach in and just open the latch.
Oh.
As
Yeah.
the door falls down. Okay, but the griffin has not made an action yet. This one is going to try and get out of the entanglement. Seeing what is what now.
A quick question. Was this guy down here preparing an action that just never went off?
It never went off, no. But he is going to go up and stab Dante. Is that a 6 or a 9? Does a 14 hit you?
No.
It
Does
goes wide. That will be the end of the murder's turn. Ira.
All right. Ira's going to yeah, this guy's had enough. This guy's been a problem for too long.
As his dying action was opening that thing.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, no, you gotta go now. So,
Meanwhile, this one's like, "You friggin' idiot! I'm still here!"
yeah.
This thing has no concept of friend or foe.
Yeah. Yeah, you blast him away.
Yeah, just knock him out.
Yeah. And this one's just
And,
desperately trying to get away still.
Let's see, that was 20 feet. Ira's gonna back up a couple more. Actually, she's gonna back up a couple more in this direction.
I wonder why.
Yeah, just in case, just a little bit of insurance.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Malcolm, this thing is currently in front of you.
Can I just flip the latch and close it again?
It's kind of fallen on the ground, so you'd have to lift it up and put it back in there.
That's
so
an
it's
action.
like the
Yeah.
gate itself is falling
Yeah.
towards Malcolm.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I guess I only have the option to hold it in place then. All right.
Yeah.
Malcolm's gonna hold the gate in place.
All right. So this will be a contested athletics check, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you are raging, so you have advantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed.
It's ability. That's not
yeah.
a saving throw.
Oh yeah, that's the it's
Yeah.
guidance is only that.
Yeah.
Well, athletics isn't a saving throw either.
No, I mean you don't get the blessed for the.
It's attacks or saves only.
Yeah.
Okay.
It got a 21.
Ooh.
Malcolm got double nines.
All right.
Oh.
You try to lift up the gate, but it's standing right on it.
The big bird.
Yeah. Dante. Or is there anything you wish to do else you wish to do, Malcolm?
Maintain rage.
Maintain rage. Okay. You keep going. Bah! Dante.
I've been shanked. I wish I could do something else, but I kind of have to deal with this guy now. So let's bonk him with the quarterstaff.
This guy is fresh, I should point out, too.
Yeah. That should still be fine if I can land this. I could roll awful. That works too. That's an 11.
Did you... Yeah, you put in the bless. Yeah, that does not hit him.
Man. Well, I still have access to my offhand strike, so let's try that. Not going to do anywhere near as much if it does hit.
That hits.
Unfortunately. Yep. Well, still gets the extra damage bonus, so at least it's a minimum of 4. And I rolled a 1 on it, so 4 damage.
4 damage. Well, they don't have the most HP, so... All right, yeah. As you kind of like, he begins chuckling, going, "I'm gonna enjoy looting your corpse when that thing's done with," and then you just punch it in the beak.
I think I actually might attempt to help Malcolm here, so I'm gonna. No, yeah, I will risk this. I'm gonna risk the offie.
All right,
You don't need to do that.
All right. It's.
I already committed to it.
It definitely hit with a 20. And so it is going to do. Let me just get the modifier. 6 points of piercing damage with its sword.
Okay.
Or maybe like bladed wings or something. The absurdity of a bird holding a sword.
Holding with its beak.
All right. Yes. You are now next to Malcolm.
That is everything, though.
It will be its turn now, and it will look at you with hungry, savage eyes. And it can't get past you two, so it's just going to attack you two. Beaks for Malcolm, claws for Dante.
This is why I wanted to help, because I had a feeling this thing was going to be a bit stronger than the others.
A 25 to hit Malcolm with the beak. That'll be 10, but reduced to 5 with your rage.
Mm-hmm.
And for Dante, a claw is headed your way.
Yep.
Getting a 16.
That does not hit.
Oh, wow. It missed Dante.
I got a 17 AC.
All right. So, as these ravenous claws on this, like, misformed feral Pokemon go towards you, you just kind of dodge out of the way deftly. Proteus.
All right. So both these guys are banged up. Door is gone.
It's kind of standing on the door.
Oh, so the door fell inward?
Yeah, it's fallen in such a way that it's kind of on it, and you'd have to kind of lift it up to get like kind of scoop it back in there.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, first things first.
It's kind of like peeking out right now, basically.
Who's fresher, him or him?
Definitely the bottom guy.
All right.
This guy only took 4.
Or wait, I think...
This guy's undamaged.
This guy's undamaged. I was thinking of the Bane guy. This guy's fresh.
Yeah.
You
But
do get advantage on this guy, though.
Yeah.
He
He is
I have
restrained.
advantage anyway.
He is
but yeah.
restrained. Oh yeah, you are hiding.
We're
Or
gonna get him.
you're hiding
Get
with
him.
an 11.
Oh yeah, you're hiding with an 11.
We're quote unquote hiding. Oh, I'm gonna go after this guy.
All right. Yeah, you would have advantage.
17.
17 hits him.
All right, D8 plus 3. Oh yeah, I didn't get the D6 as well. 15 damage.
What weapon are you using?
I'm just using a rapier.
You're just using a normal rapier. Okay, yeah, you slay him. Or, in this campaign, I let you choose if you slay someone or not. Did you slay him?
No.
Okay.
He's in the vines. We got him handcuffed, basically.
Yeah, he's kind of restrained in the vines.
Well, oh, he dropped that for the.
I mean, the
Yes,
Griffin
but
might
you know what's
might kill him for us, but
Oh,
Yeah.
I was about to say.
I'm gonna leave him there. Well, have any of you guys killed anyone? Because there's technically...
he
still-
is-
Malcolm
has-
did right here because he was raging.
Yeah, okay. So, there is one right there. I will put them sideways. Okay.
Yeah,
So
there
ta-
was the guy that got blasted. I don't think. Yeah, I would probably didn't kill him.
I'm
It's
pretty
probably
sure
like-
this
Or
guy's
maybe
I
mark
agree.
this guy
Let's-
upside down
let's
since
get
he's
you out.
actually dead.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Malcolm got him.
'Cause Malcolm
Yeah, then I can
really
just take
killed
him
this
off
guy.
then.
Oh yeah, that
But
was
if there's fresh meat is my intention here.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to. Well, I guess I still have some movement. I don't know if he can hit me, but that was 10, 15, 20, 25. I don't like that, so I actually will dash and kind of get up in his face.
Okay.
Wait, you said 25 when you were here. Couldn't you just make it right here?
I
He
spent
was in
10 to get
difficult terrain.
here.
Yeah. Difficult terrain
yeah,
for the
it's
brush.
difficult terrain.
Okay, I see. I'm
That's
just miscounting.
all the
15.
things.
24. Yeah, whatever.
This guy says, "Have fun," and he disengages and begins going in this direction.
Of course he does.
Okay.
Ira.
Works for me. Ira's gonna cast Hex. That is her second spell slot. And she is going. Yeah, she's gonna hex this thing. She's gonna hex it for strength.
All right.
Hey. And she's gonna blast it.
Okay.
Is that concentration?
That does. Yes, the entanglement is gone. Yeah, so there's no more vines. Instead, there's this guy's text and does a 13 hit.
Surprisingly, yeah, it has worse AC than the the other
I mean,
things.
it's east, so
Yeah.
that's not surprising.
Well, it's a
really
monstrosity,
tanky, though.
actually.
Monstrosity, but yeah. Okay. 8 damage.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, you blast it for with a Eldritch blast, and it just kind of like smacks it across the face as it just starts hissing at these two.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's Hex do for the? It just gives a disadvantage on the strengths.
Yeah, he has disadvantage on strength checks if you want to try and latch this guy back up.
Okay, let's try to do that.
You want to try and
Okay.
latch him back up. All right.
I might need Dante to throw the latch once I get the gate back up, but I'm pretty sure he'll comply with that. All right. Let's see what we get here.
I got a 21.
I don't like this.
That
Wait,
is
but that-
not?
Disadvantage though.
Oh wait, it's disadvantage. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10.
that's
Oh,
only
okay.
10 then.
All right, Malcolm got over that even without all of his mods and stuff.
Okay.
Well, dice.
Yeah, it's back inside there.
Is the gate up?
The gate is up, but it's like
Okay.
kind of pushing against it.
All right. Bonus action maintain, or I guess I don't need to because no, yeah, I do.
In case
Yeah,
That was
reaches
technically
claw.
a grapple check, so then that's an
Okay.
attack. So
All right, rage is maintained.
yeah.
So this guy sees Malcolm throw it off the door and bring the gate back up.
He's just like, oh damn it. Dante.
Yeah. So if that's back up, I'm gonna try to resecure this thing.
That's just you could just basically do that as a free action.
Okay. Yep. This thing is secured again. I'm worried about this thing still breaking out, even if it is secured, just because of how strong this thing probably is. Is anyone else inclined to maybe still try to knock this thing out while it's in there?
It'll be a
I can do
lot
that.
harder. Well, we'll
I
deal
reckon
with
just shoot it.
we'll deal with that when that comes. We'll just play it out here.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. What else are you gonna do, Dante? You have like all your economy basically still.
Yeah, I do. I think it's best then if Malcolm's got this. I'm gonna go after the other guy because he's probably gonna start running. So, go ahead and, or do I have to disengage for that? I guess.
No, I gave it to Proteus so you can just run away.
Okay. And I'm gonna just toll the dead this guy.
Okay.
Whiz save.
Whiz save. I like these guys because they don't have any modifiers, so I can just roll it like that. It failed.
That's a fail. Half damage. 6.
He's still alive.
Dang. Well, that's all I can really do.
So, it's going to resort to trying to get out. And how I'm going to do this is it's going to use its claw attack, and it has to break the damage threshold of 15 to get out. So I'm going to...
It's gonna try to actually just
Okay,
break
that
this
makes
thing.
sense.
Yeah. So it has to get a D. It has to hit be able to pierce the cage first. I'm gonna give it the AC of 13.
Does it need to hit like all that in one turn or with one?
It needs to do it with one single attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and its beak cannot do that at all. It can only use its claws. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Damage in the claws, and that's a little scary.
So I'm going to try and hit the gate, and I think really low will fail. So it gets the gate. Now it has to get 15 here to break it. It does not. You see it start clawing at the gate, but it does not open. All right. Proteus.
All right. You. He's probably going to get squinched here. 22.
22 hits.
I don't know if I can not take him out here, but we'll find out.
You probably will, but just let's please-
7.
Yeah, he goes down.
7.
All right. They are all the Murkrow are gone, I think. Yeah. So we'll go to Ira.
Well,
Let's.
I'm gonna go into the bush and hide in case he gets out anyway.
All right, do a hide check, stealth roll.
Wait, I can't
Blind-
do that.
Oh, did you zoom?
I use 30 feet of movement. I mean, I don't. Can he see me from there?
He can kind of vaguely see you through the trees. So I say he still has line of sight, more or less.
I'm gonna go to this tree then with a dash.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm inclined to believe this thing is probably going to still go after the dead bodies that are already on the ground, even if it gets out.
Well, there's Malcolm in front of him too.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is also a
That's the question of how smart is this thing to go after something that's already
lamb meat.
to get, or that's a fight.
All right, Ira, what you doing?
All right, I think she's just gonna try and shoot this thing through the cage. It's
All
like,
right. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
It's in there.
It's resist. Stop resisting.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. Oh, 27.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay.
Almost a crit.
Yeah. 14 damage. Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, I hate this because I actually have to math. All right. Yeah, you just Eldritch smack it again.
I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna fully utilize the range of Hex of
Okay.
Eldritch Blast here.
It's,
Sure thing.
You know, just get behind this rock.
Yeah.
It's not even remotely close to bloody yet.
No, it's only taken one hit so far. So, well, 2 hits now.
Yeah.
It's all been Ira. Malcolm.
Okay, so I'm assuming I can't swing through the bars with my maul, right?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Okay, if you do that, I will say there's enough room for it to claw you through the bars.
Give me just a second.
Deliberation.
He's thinking, how much will the damage
Is
be?
this worth it?
All right.
You know the claws do a lot of damage.
Okay. No. In that case, I'm just gonna keep maintaining holding on to the gate in case it tries to. How about this? If it tries to swing at the lock, can I try to smack its arms away?
It's more trying to like tear down the door from the inside.
Okay.
Like it's just trying to brute force
Yeah.
its way through the cage.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion, if you're fine with that.
I'll
With making
listen.
One. You could stab them with your javelins.
Yeah, that's what I was initially gonna
Yeah.
do, but can I do that with
Oh,
a
okay.
javelin?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I
That was
didn't know if
uses
it counted
melees.
it. I didn't know if I could use it as a ranged or a melee, or okay.
There's both.
In that case, I will poke it with a javelin.
Javelins are
All
discount
right,
spears.
and you're raging right now, right?
Yep.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to attack recklessly.
Before you do that,
Okay.
roll a d8.
Six.
So as you go for an attack with the javelin, there's a thrum
Oh no.
as Malcolm starts glowing.
Oh no!
Oh no.
He's evolving.
He's evolved.
Almost.
Magic
It looks
sword?
like that, but it's kind of like you think that's what's happening, but he begins floating in the air, like spinning around in like 360s. as he pulls out this javelin, prepares to strike this thing. And Malcolm, this just kind of wave of euphoria and just this, it feels like you were in a dream. It's actually like you become so aware, like the dream world, the land of Nod, and the real world have just combined into one, and you gain this awareness for a split second as everything kind of stops around you. This ferocious beast trying to maul you, your friends trying to keep this door held, and kind of the surge starts overtaking your body. It begins to hurt as it just you begin to vibrate, and it just violently pulses at your brains. Every nerve, your heart begins to race as you begin letting out this feral bleat. And you all hear this too as Malcolm goes, man, as like this arcane energy is just surging from him, and it just explodes, knocking you all prone. And Malcolm, you fall to the ground, prone, your attack not getting off. But until your rage ends, you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights, and you gain 1 bonus AC, and well within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus. You're all level 3, as you feel this energy wash over you all.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Dante,
get a magical girl transformation.
he's still the same, but Dante, you feel like your reflexes just everything feels more limber and smooth. Ira, just kind of Andromeda says to you, I feel an awakening. I was adverse to researching that simple one, but I'm now intrigued. And Proteus, secrets that parts of you've tried to bury feel like they've resurfaced in just ways you could not describe. You're out of practice, but these abilities have just seemed to, where they would take research, they just seem to have just come to you in an instant, as Malcolm's arcane fart has bestowed you with these abilities. Malcolm, for the sake of everything, you did not attack it, but all that happened.
Okay.
You are free to get back to your feet, though, and maintain your rage.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
If you could deal with your level 3 stuff while in the middle of this encounter, you're free to do that, but we'll take it as it comes. Let's keep going. Dante, it's your turn.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with the level stuff a little bit later here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand back up. Have my movement. What on earth even just happened? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably just he's gonna be up front. I'm going to actually give him you know what? Malcolm. Here, have this. Shield of Faith.
Alright. So you have 3 bonus AC now.
4 bonus AC because I didn't actually attack last turn.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And let's move here and Toll the Dead this guy.
Alright. Wisdom save. How is your wisdom? Oh, you actually get a modifier to it.
Negative.
Nope. He gets it.
Wow.
9. So he failed still, but yeah.
Ah, there's the 2 we love.
Alright.
2 more damage.
My favorite number.
Alright. It's going to try and break through the gate once again.
Is the cage an ally?
Okay, it
No,
hits.
I'm-
15 is what it's looking for. 13 again. It's 2 away. All right, yeah, it fails to get through once again. Proteus.
All right. I get up. This is an interesting situation to be in. I don't have enough movement to do what I want to do.
You add HP to your current health pool when you level up?
Yes,
Okay.
you get the
Yeah.
HP that you level up with.
Wow. All right. I'm going to. I mean, how battered does this thing look?
It doesn't look very battered, but it's in this. It's not in a situation where it can really hurt anyone right now.
Rapiers are piercing weapons, so would it be able to get through the bars?
Oh, definitely. Like, it's just like things like a maul probably can't get through the bar, right?
Okay.
Like, it's very thin weapon. Like a rapier could definitely do that.
Let's see. So I get up. That's 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action dash. I think I'll have to shadow dash. We'll see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I do have to shadow dash to get up to this guy. And then let's go rapier, I guess.
Okay, yeah, you could stab through.
19.
19 hits it.
All right. This is going to probably hurt it quite a bit. 8. Guess not. Snake eyes on the sneakies.
All right, yeah, you kind of much like the what the murder was doing. You're kind of like prodding it within the cage, except you're going for blood.
Yeah. Does the offhand attack work with this cage or not? Because actually, I think short swords are piercing too.
Yeah, you could do it.
All right. Whee. 12.
That actually hits it.
Oh, wow. All right. 1.
These
1, 1, 1.
Damage rolls are great. All right, it looks kind of wounded, kinda,
Almost, maybe.
maybe.
All right. Well, that's my stuff.
All right, then we will go to Ira.
Yeah, I kind of like stands up, puts herself up, crawls up onto the rock to get that vantage point back again. It's like, ugh.
Got the high ground.
And yeah, she's gonna shoot. She's gonna shoot. She's gonna try and finish this off.
All right, you're probably not gonna finish it off, but you can get a good
Well.
lick in,
Yeah, let's see.
or maybe. I don't know.
Hey, how's a crit?
Well, then you might finish it off.
Okay.
Maybe. Nah. Well, let's see how you get. How the damage looks.
Yeah.
I guess it's D10
Plus. Well, it's only a D10 plus 1d6.
plus 10.
Plus 6.
It'd be 16, right? Plus
Yep.
a D10 and
Yeah.
a
What
D6.
the heck?
Oh wait, right. It's your extra damage gets doubled too, so it's
Yeah.
D10, D6 plus
Yeah.
16.
All right. 30.
Oh my god.
Oh. You actually almost did it. It is very bloody.
Oh.
Dang.
So almost from Malcolm's however he popped, your just Eldritch Blast seems to have just been supercharged as you maybe like double hand it.
Yeah.
Or going like Kamehameha on it.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're doing like all 4 arms.
Yeah.
Combining them into one.
Yeah, she like dropped the crossbow in the process like getting knocked down. She didn't even bother. She just like finished this thing off immediately.
All
Put
right.
all of her effort into it.
But it looks on like that was like almost a silver bullet to this thing as we go to Dante's turn. Really
No,
intrigued
Malcolm's.
in. Oh, right, Malcolm. I'm really intrigued and studying the simple one at this point after the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, she kind of like looks at her hands for a moment, like shakes them off. It's like, what the?
All right, Malcolm.
All right, attacking recklessly.
All right, with a javelin.
Yep.
All right.
Double 19.
Double 19 hits, and it had only 5 HP left. So how do you finish it off?
Can I add my own extra flavor to what the surge looks like?
Oh, sure, definitely.
Okay, so in the throes of this magic surge that just tore through his body, he goes in for another attack that's going to do 11 damage. And as he does, his wool turns opalescent, and his eyes just kind of flash this iridescent color as he slams them all into it.
You maybe like let the gate down and just
Yeah. Or I'm sorry, the javelin, but let the gate down and do it. Yeah.
All right. And
Oh no, wait, that was the mall's damage. Well.
Okay, then you opened it and
Yep.
Okay, and you just kind of when you're raging, you just kill it, right?
Yeah.
It you just crash in its skull as it just falls to the ground at your feet.
And as he drops the rage, there's a much weaker form of that initial explosion. It's just kind of like a pew, and he goes back to normal. It was a good dream.
All right. I guess we're gonna take out scanners at this point then.
Oh yeah, those things, and then you kind of go up and the mangled carcass of the griffin, and you want to scan it. What do you want from it? Each of you gets one thing.
Let me look at how this thing works again.
It's called a listed as a Griffin Alpha.
Animus.
Griffin Alpha.
We have nothing, so I'm just gonna. I think we just all go on one thing. We just go all animus, right?
All animus?
Well, if you don't,
There's
You
what
sure?
you could potentially
If we
make
get
something.
different ones.
Yeah. Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
Item to build.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna-
I guess I'll take bones.
Fluid hide. That was for the gloves of thievery. If you want that.
Nah, I don't want those.
Those aren't even.
I don't
attunement,
believe
if
you.
you're-
It has dark vision. If you...
Yeah.
Oh wait, that means we could get the goggles of night, essentially.
I'll take organ then.
All right.
So if we want to do animus fluid hide organ.
Sure.
All right, so you kind of hold your little scanners above it, and they begin like just kind of scanning it and kind of like turning it into this like it kind of like this wireframe goes over it, like kind of illuminated from the scanner, and after a minute, it just kind of beeps, and you think you did the process right.
All right. Well,
I have several questions.
first of all, what was that? Yeah. Are there any? The scanner doesn't work on living creatures, right?
It only seems to work on like mystery dungeon Pokemon or the ones that seem to have wandered somehow, gotten outside of them.
Okay, that still leads me to want to actually attempt to use the scanner on Malcolm because of the
Yeah,
fact
that's
that
what I
he
was
swallowed
about
a
to say.
meteor.
Yeah. For all intents and purposes, it does not work on Malcolm.
I'm gonna start throwing Murkrows inside of the cage.
Dead.
Oh well, okay. What? What
I
was?
guess
Yeah,
that
what was
works.
that? Just freaking-
It was a
Well,
good dream.
Okay.
So, when you ask what was that, are you referring to any points to the Hero Griffin thing?
No,
This
not the
or
strange, horrendous beast. I mean the whatever that magic surge was.
potentially something
She's gonna.
involving whatever Malcolm ate? That's all I could assume.
She's
I
gonna try and like inspect Malcolm, give him a once over, kind of making sure that everything is all right.
Do a medicine check.
Medicine, not great at medicine, but I will do that.
Simple fact is, after that blast, I
I
think I can
too.
say I oddly feel more limber. But
You're not the only
I'm
one.
concerned about if there's side effects.
With that check, Ira, you kind of Malcolm seems pretty normal now, considering what happened. It looked like he was in immense pain for that moment, but he's probably just eating grass again.
Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
But whatever happened was very similar to that incident with the pink bubbles, but something beneficial happened.
Malcolm, do you remember anything about what that was like? Is that weird dream, or that good dream? Was it particularly painful? Did you get any particular thoughts or emotions?
It felt like a really good dream, and then it hurt for a bit, but then it just went back to being a good dream, and I smashed the dandelion.
We did see that.
He looks over at the dead creature. It wasn't a dandelion.
Well, you got it. You got it nonetheless.
Whatever it was more of a beast than it was a Pokemon. Still,
Something similar to that other surge. It's less destructive, less of a hindrance this time.
It felt like the dream was real.
Well, it certainly was bright. It felt like the dream was. You didn't have any of those weird, that weird foot or anything like that again. Nothing.
Nope, no pink legs this time. That would make it a bad dream.
I was gonna pluck a single like strand of wool from from Malcolm.
You feel that sensation as like a hair is pulled from you, Malcolm.
Man,
As she's kind of writing down like what she saw and what Malcolm is saying, she also just kind of tucks that strand away in her journal. Maybe we can properly study this once we get to somewhere less
It's
middle of nowhere.
possible that was a one-time deal. Maybe his digestive tract just finally broke it down enough for it to explode.
Perhaps.
if it's the same effect as what happened when the other one broke, then he'd consider himself lucky. Well, all of us lucky, honestly.
All of us lucky.
Yeah, probably saying this while he's still like dragging Murkrows into the cage.
Wait, is the Griffin dead? I was.
Yeah,
it
I
is
had to
dead.
step away for a second. Okay.
Malcolm killed it.
Okay. So yeah, let's strip them of their gear. We could try and interrogate them now. And this card obviously came from somewhere.
We
At
can
the very least, they won't be reported back.
we can bring them to the town guard in Ironbrook and get a reward for it.
Maybe. At the very least, they'll take them in.
You have one to worry about.
They had a combined. They have if you're gonna loot them, they have a combined 21 gold amongst them.
Whew. Okay. We'll
Mark
mark
gold
that
from
later.
last time. I don't think they ever did that.
And they're carrying basic equipment. Like it seems like they mainly had short swords.
Who wants the extra 1 gold?
Guys, we need to sell these short swords to maximize our value. No. You actually, we are going to Iron Broach. I wonder if they would accept donations of like base equipment to be melted down into just metal.
That would be something reasonable, yeah.
Before we head out, Dante's going to take the shovel that he still had from Anna and just quickly dig a grave out for the one Murkrow that Malcolm murdered.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to point out that the body of the thing is probably still in the cage.
Oh, yeah.
And there it shall remain.
You're not.
That's-
You're gonna keep it in there.
We're gonna keep it in there.
We're going to.
I don't know. I'm not strong enough to pull it out.
What did we even
Should we?
do with something like this?
Should we bring that into town? I feel like that would probably cause a stir. Then again, it would also be a good. It would be a good source of information if we could get it to anyone who could actually utilize it.
Who would we even bring this to, especially now that it's a corpse?
Well, the thought would be those terminals that were mentioned, the Holly's terminals, but
Isn't
also
that why we were given the scanners?
that is also why we were given the scanners. So I think it'd be best to just bring this thing out.
I think we should keep it.
Do you mind? If you don't mind me asking, why?
Because other people might think it was a dream.
I don't think we need to be going and telling everyone about this thing existing.
Why not?
Well, the people who care enough already know, and the people who don't, well, they don't care.
It is cause for alarm that...
If anything, this will just scare a bunch of people once we get into town.
Well, you're a smart person. Don't you want to study it? Don't other smart people want to study it?
Yeah, that's what we're worried about, Malcolm.
Why?
Let's put it this way. Do you want to evolve into that?
He
You'll
looks
get
at it.
2 legs when you evolve.
No, I'd turn into a double.
Well, you see, that's the thing, is that this isn't normal evolution. They're kind of studying these things and then forcing their own evolution to make everyone 2-legged.
Really?
I don't... That's not what's going on.
2 legs are bad. We have to tell him that it's bad, because it's bad.
It has 4 legs, though.
Dante just raises up a finger and is like... None of that makes sense.
We've got what we got those samples. They'll at least provide some use for now. I'm not particularly one for she kind of glances over anatomy, biology. I'm not particularly one suited for those sorts of studies anyways. And it's not like we could really run a full autopsy out here anyways.
I think we can even carry that plus all of the murder.
But at the same time, there's the other problem that we have of, burying it.
Wait, what if someone came by with their own friend stick and made it into one of those things that we killed over in the swamp?
I seriously doubt there's anyone out there doing that. anymore, at least.
Either way, someone's gonna find out about it
Well-
one way or another. We just have to choose.
Well,
who.
Malcolm, that's not true because you know of several beings when you've gone to the land of Nod, and they're strange creatures that are capable of anything. And there's the notorious nightmare sheep that is whispered in the flock of Malcolms, that is the harbinger of bad dreams.
I really think we should take it with us, guys. Because in the Promised Land, there are guys that can do all that stuff.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Brody's just leans over and talks to Dante in dark. I did not tell him that one, or anything that you think I may have caused there. He just said that out of nowhere.
I know of his sleeping things and the sleepwalking, but this is an entirely new level, isn't it?
It'd be extra bad if the bad sheep that brings omens of bad dreams gets his hands on it, hooves on it. It'd be extra bad.
What?
Who knows what he'd do with it then?
This seems like an entirely new level for Malcolm.
What is this bad sheep?
He brings bad dreams.
I read a book in town about dreams. Would I have read anything remotely similar to his descriptions?
No, this just sounds like nonsense.
Okay, fair enough.
Irish just like frowning. It's like, okay.
I really don't like the idea of bringing this with us to town.
Well, we have another option. We could call in the Hallowed Flames to go deal with this.
How exactly are we going to signal to them? They're already long
Smoke
gone.
signal.
They went the complete opposite direction of us, though.
Someone is bound to look behind at some point and see the smokestack, and if not them, another patrol.
Someone else might be looking as well. Wherever those Murkrow came from.
Well, if they want to go see all their friends get exploded, by all means.
Look,
We'd like
let's
to do a
just.
smokestack and potentially. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I feel like maybe they'd probably have a better handle of this than I would.
I seriously doubt they would. I mean, at most they would just burn the body, and then, well.
Dante can do that, can't he?
I suppose you could perform its rites if they have a soul to pass on.
I don't know myself, honestly. It's strange. It's Pokemon with this sort of how does one define it?
Dungeon Pokemon.
Yeah, dungeon Pokemon. I mean, they're not exactly like us. Not that I can tell.
Maybe we should ask Anna what to do with it.
This one also appears like this isn't normal. This one is almost mutated.
Oh, like it's not just that it's...
Yeah, it's not that it's just feral and
Looks
savage. It's mutated.
Yeah. Well, Dante. Well, actually, Ira is pretty familiar with. Well, she's probably pretty familiar with the Dante's religion. Would she know about the effects of, like their, I guess, passing on rituals and the difference between using it on a normal Pokemon and a dungeon Pokemon, if anyone has ever tried?
You can do a religion check.
Yeah. Would this be considered death related? Because this is...
Yes.
That would be her advantage.
Yeah.
Book. Okay. So that's a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay, so what you know is, yes, that like it's not usually done because mystery dungeon Pokemon are, they're not really treated as living things, but this one being outside in the actual world, outside of the pocket dimensions you call mystery dungeons, that kind of leads into that really gray area that Estelle was talking about, and he could possibly do it. You don't really know. This hasn't really been done before. Like, Dante might be the first one to do this if he were to, but he could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would Ira know if that? Okay, so there have been no really instances of a member of. I keep forgetting the name. The
Mortal Wing.
because I keep thinking Oblivion. Mortal Wing.
Mortal Wing.
Yeah. So she would not know whether or not a Mortal Wing's rights would actually work, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's Dante would, like, you'd think considering what Estelle has told you, how this is kind of like a new outbreak. It's really up in the air if this would work or not. Dante would probably be the first one to ever do this in this capacity.
Yeah, so she's kind of so she was kind of mulling that over to herself as she was like mentioning the rights, and she's like, actually, this is the first time anyone would have ever had the chance. Dante, if you would please try and perform your rights for it, please.
It's not the sort of request I was expecting. It's, well, the whole situation is still strange to me. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what to think of it, but he looks to Malcolm and Proteus. This may take a while, and I might need help. Then, if we're going to be performing rites, I'll need a grave tug.
Okay.
And he's gonna open up the. I guess the cage is already open, so
Yeah.
he'll look over this thing, admittedly still quite curious and confused about the nature of what this might entail, but he'll begin the rites as he flips to the black book he's got and starts reading through some of the passages.
I should point out too, there's like a nice big hole in this unearthed.
It's true, there is.
Yeah,
There
I
is.
was gonna like mention
I didn't even
that.
think about this.
Yeah,
Right.
Ira kind of points that out, and it's kind of like she has pulled out her notebook, and she's very interested, very enthralled.
All right. So you begin your rites, Dante. You've done this a million times. You're kind of numb to the to a creature passing to death as you prepare rites on this thing, and this is kind of a new experience to you. You're a little unprepared for it, though.
Yeah.
So you're not really thrown off by the fact you're dealing with death, but more this
The
kind of
circumstance.
yeah. But you get the incense all set up, and you get the small little candles surrounded around it, and you begin chanting the prayer. As you actually do see, very similar to when you were back in Helmsforth, where you saw Malcolm and Mr. Hender's soul just kind of lift off and drift away. You see this thing's soul just in a state of tranquility, just kind of leap off into the sky like almost its ghost or its specter. And you all see this as it kind of goes away. It passes on to the journey to the unknown.
That's concerning.
Sweet dreams.
You haven't done that to a frog before, right? They don't do that for frogs. Frogs don't soul like that.
Not once, no. That's
Fascinating.
also just strange given the nature of its peacefulness passing compared to even the way that
Actually, I want you to all do perception checks when it came to that thing.
oh,
Okay.
Oh, baby.
hey.
I'll make it.
Can I guidance myself for that?
This is pertinent. Are you allowing the primal knowledge optional rule for Malcolm?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm proficient in perception now.
All right.
6.
21.
All right.
Can I guidance myself for this?
Yeah, sure.
Parser died. Oh, nat 20.
2 nat 20s.
All
Do
right.
it again.
Oh,
27.
not quite.
I think so. Everyone but Malcolm noticed it actually had tentacles coming off of it in its spirit.
Oh, nice. You sent a demon squid to go hang out with your other friends.
Now I'm concerned.
It's okay. Isn't your bro gonna go and deal
Like,
with that, though?
it looked like an almost... You could only see this in the spirit, but it looked like it was mutating even more. But it wasn't able to fully develop.
Proteus, I told you before, don't refer to Beltal that way. I need a moment.
Fascinating. Yeah, Irie's just furiously scribbling all this down, kind of, in her journal or in her notebook. Just
I'm gonna
Past,
get
but I still
Anna.
can't scratch the feeling that I've performed heresy.
well, the
Don't
creature
worry.
had a
No one knows
soul.
you did
It
this.
did, and that's why I'm still confused.
Oh, don't worry. If anyone asks, you didn't do it.
That's why I'm intrigued.
Malcolm is eating
So
these
these
mushrooms.
things.
What's he eating?
Does that mean that?
These red mushrooms.
Okay.
Does that mean all Mystery Dungeon Pokemon have a soul? Or did this meteor somehow...
Roll a
or did
d6,
these
Malcolm.
mutations grant them?
6.
Oh no.
You gain 10 temporary hit points for the next roll a d4.
Cool.
For
We
yours.
found the good mushroom.
I'll say that was kind of those only ones, so don't try and eat other
Yeah.
ones.
Wait a minute.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, Ira, continue.
So, yeah, she's just kind of muttering to herself. Does that mean all Dungeonmon have a soul, or did this mutation, this this affliction caused by the Aether somehow grant them one?
Perhaps we should think about uses for this meteor outside of the mages for ourselves.
Yeah.
It seems
Towards
to
our
be
own
a
goals.
powerful conduit.
And she's just kind of mulling it over. Some of it internally, some of it externally.
All right.
Might even be a conduit not only for the arcane, but for life magic.
Yeah. That's what
Yep.
intrigues me. I'm familiar with creatures of that ilk, and yes, they were nothing but anomalies produced by those pocket dimensions. But if they were able to be taken out, and this is not the first time we've seen this, and given souls, this is very interesting.
And they weren't They did not have a soul when you encountered them during
No,
your studies. Of
no,
course.
they were nothing but amalgamations, constructs at best, created by those dimensions. What was that, Proteus?
I was gonna go get Anna.
Oh, okay.
Everyone is kind of freaking out or shrooming.
Okay.
Malcolm's gonna go with Proteus.
All right. You see her kind of sitting on the wagon, just kind of our hands under chin, and then she perks up when she sees you. You okay?
Yeah. This guy is gonna have another mascot opportunity soon, I think. We've got some fellas to bring in.
Oh, well, more gold. I'm not complaining. Where are the other
Yeah,
two?
there's 5 of them. 6 of them. No, 5. Yes, 5.
Oh, I'm
I
surprised you can
think that
count.
they are thinking
I count
about...
real good.
He does count good. They're wondering about the miracle of life over there for some reason. Malcolm killed one of the Murkrow.
As he does. He did that to the other ones. Oh, it was the murder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he gave him what for, because they're the ones who got me last time.
We
These-
got him good. They tried to get away, but only one got away.
That's one too many. In my experience, you let one get away, and well,
Well, we had to let him get away, otherwise the monster was going to get out.
oh, a monster. Oh.
Yeah. It looked like a swallow, but it had like 4 legs.
Yeah, I knew a guy with blue hair that killed those all the time. Anyway,
You know, I'm starting to think you two might have more in common than I thought.
well, should you pack up the bodies and well, tie them up real good. I don't want them slipping anything in their pockets.
We put him in a cage.
Yeah, so we should be able to just pull it along.
Oh, how big is the cage?
It's pretty big.
That's gonna slow us down a lot.
Well, alternatively, we could try to talk to the hallowed flames to come and get them.
Well, they're way back there. How do you plan on calling them over?
Well, there's always a good old smoke signal.
Yeah, that might work.
There are, you can choose how long you want the smoke to rise and how much to buffer it for to create.
But if you
The
hand it over to
SOS.
them, they're just gonna do it for the good deeds. They're not gonna do it for the money.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah, and they're not the police. And besides, we buried the monster. They wanted the monster, probably.
how quickly do you think that the murder will catch up to us?
I don't know.
Well,
You better go get them then.
they're usually situated in Loomhausen, but it seems they've expanded their territory. I fear they might be in Ironbroach, actually.
They're close to it.
Yeah, but they'd have to, like, unless they're staying out. They're usually they're more akin to an urban setting. It's just kind of a rarity for them to be roadside bandits.
Well,
So I
they've
imagine there's more of them in Ironbroach.
They've decided to move out, and they seem to have a much bigger base of operations. Either way, again, if you think that they're going to catch up to us quickly, we might, for our own safety, have to go call someone.
Oh, it's not I fear they might catch up to you. They remember. So if whatever one got away got a good look at you, I'd, well, sleep with one eye open if you plan to stay in any Loomhosen or Iron Brooch.
Oh, that was inevitable. I think that they're going to remember us for many, many more things than simply breaking a trap that they'd set for the Hallowed Flames.
Well, whatever the case, you should probably gather up the other two, and we should decide what we're going to do.
Yeah. He walks over to the cart and waits for someone to hook him up to it.
Yeah. What do you do, Proteus?
I guess I do. I thought Anna would.
Oh. Go get them?
Well, the idea is
yeah.
that Malcolm's just going to pull the cart over there, and then we can throw him in our cart.
Oh, it's just kind of hard to get into the woods, because...
Oh, my whole reason for coming out here was to go reel the card in there.
Yeah.
Oops.
Hmm.
All right, let's go back.
Yeah. All right. So, during your theorizing and contemplation, Proteus and Malcolm come back to the clearing.
I love the idea that Ira and Dante were just like on opposite sides of this kind of site.
Yeah.
And
Having
one,
their own
one of them was
very-
just like,
What have I done? And then the
This
other
is
one
interesting.
is like, wow, what have I done?
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, she's like,
This is heresy.
she's just furiously
This is
running
interesting.
notes. Yeah.
Heresy! Scientific discovery!
Yeah, basically.
It's like cutting in between the two.
Oh my gosh.
What do I
What do we even do?
What
with
do I
this
do
knowledge?
now?
What do I do now?
All right. So, we're going to have to go drag them to Anna if we're going to take them in, or we're going to have to just either A, leave them, or B, take them out. I don't know. We could leave a smoke signal here and hope someone gets to them law-abiding first.
Let's just push
Again.
the cart.
Yeah, let's just
We
move
can
the
just tie
cage.
them up
The
in
cage
the
is
car.
on wheels, right?
Yeah, it's on wheels.
Oh, I thought it was on
Oh.
the ground.
No. Yeah. At the very least, we could take this out to the road.
Oh, that
Hell,
makes
if
this way
if it's not too cumbersome, it could be extra storage once we're rid of the captives.
Anna
yeah.
said it would make us slow down.
Uh,
At least
But
we're-
that
Well,
hasn't
like,
stopped
I
me from trying to do things before.
Let's at least roll the cage up to the road.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you kind of roll it out of the forest. It's a little tough to get it out there, as I said, because it's kind of thick to get to this clearing. But you eventually get it out there, and it's kind of like tilting sometimes as it's like stuck on a root, but you get it out there. And the large cage is now on the roadside full of Murkrow. So are we going to haul this?
I can try.
If we can't, we could always just take them out and tie them up and put them in the cart.
we
I
should
mean-
probably tie them up anyways, just as an extra layer of security,
Yeah. There was enough
so
room
they
in the
don't get any ideas with the latch.
there was enough room in the cart for that last haul you got. So, unless you want this cage, I mean, we could whatever benefit you
I
see
don't-
behind it.
I don't see any reason. to
We
keep
need some
the
more
cage.
Malcolm power if we want to, keep a steady pace.
Hmm.
Okay, we'll
Right.
leave it.
Could perhaps hire someone in Iron Brooch, but that'd also be a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably go nowhere, so we could probably stash it here if we want to pick it up later if we find another way of utilizing it. Because you're
Yeah.
right. I don't want to waste this thing. One person's trash is another. You know how the saying goes.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. How much slower do you think it would be? How many extra days to Ironbroach?
It's about 3 days. It'll take double time, 6.
6. You've already been out for 5. Well, we're not in much of a rush, but being out for 3 extra days on the road isn't ideal.
Yeah, I think we just abandon it. It's not worth it.
Well, don't abandon it. Just stash it away. Just throw it.
Malcolm shoves it behind a tree or something.
Yeah, maybe break the wheels on it. We could fix those later.
Smashes it with the maul.
There we go.
Ah,
Now no one could
Okay.
take it.
I hope you're a carpenter, Anna, because otherwise that's not an easy fix.
I'm sure there's some of those mages can really hire one of them to do it. Or what am I saying? They don't you go to the university? Don't they have that thing where they just fix something instantly?
That's not quite how it works there.
Proteus just points to all the splinters left over. He's too thorough, Anna.
Well, more so what happened when Malcolm did that. It's just kind of like bent in on itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
The distinction doesn't matter right now. She says as it hurts her soul.
Yeah. It's already, no one was probably going to take it initially. Now no one's definitely not going to take it if it's broken. Let's just remember it's here. Let's make a landmark. She pulls out a dagger, just draws a picture of herself in it.
Subtle.
All right. Well, you could put an advertisement for your... Well, no, that would probably attract the murder. That's probably a bad idea.
All right.
Malcolm's at the front of the cart.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, let's
load them up.
Let's hook them up. Throw those guys in the back, and we'll unload them at the Iron Broach. I'm sure they have a somewhere we can cash in on them. And let's get going. Any other preparations before we go?
No.
We gotta
All
tie
right.
them up, yeah. I
Hey!
assume that's a given.
Yeah. Hiya!
Oh.
She puts out the carrot.
Roll.
Rolling.
All right. Do you guys need to level up still? We can talk about level ups if you want to
I
do
have
that.
leveled up.
Oh, right.
Oh.
You guys forgot.
Well,
didn't you?
I'll have to figure out some of it later, but I at the very least know that I get my pact boon.
All right. Well, I guess we'll save that for next time when we do stuff there. We're not ending the session. We're not ending the session.
Yeah.
But
I know most of what I want to do. It's just I'm not gonna be super familiar with Mage and Leisure Madame blah blah blah.
it's just invisible, and you can.
Yeah, it's like so if I scuff up the rules for it, that's why.
Yeah.
Are you talking
Okay.
about Arcane
Mhm.
Trickster level 3?
Yes.
Yeah, mage hand and a bunch of
Mage
other
Hand
stuff.
plus 2. You get 3 spells, and you get 2 first levels locked.
Yeah. The rest of that, I more or less know what I'm doing.
It's all wizard spell list.
Malcolm is pretty easy. He's going into wild magic, right?
Oh, I've seen that coming.
Did
And he has 41 HP.
41 HP.
That's actually
Oh, that's a
Nice.
difference.
Jeez, already that much. You're already like half a Sigurd almost, or
level
no?
3.
I have 20 hit points.
Sigurd is like... Hold on, let me see what Sigurd has. 158.
Oh, you're still a little higher. I thought you had like a little over 100. You have way more than that. Okay, yeah. And Dante is Dante going more monk or is he going cleric?
Another level in cleric. So that's actually kind of big because for me that's the that's channel divinity, and harness divine power.
So we all got magic buffs from Malcolm, is what
Yeah,
I'm
very
hearing.
fitting.
Basically, yeah.
I get to
Alright.
mark people for death now.
Oh baby, I love that.
Yay.
That's the one that like gives you vulnerability. Well, gives an enemy
It's-
vulnerability.
Yep.
Yeah, the next person to hit the target just doubles their damage.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be nasty with a crit.
It's such a fun wording.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I guess you're kind of all on the wagon, kind of like acclimatizing to these new powers.
Mhm.
Theorizing how to maybe activate it again. Trying to get like Malcolm to like hit rocks with a javelin, trying to activate it again.
Dante is probably not incentivizing this because I don't think he's too keen on the idea of side effects.
You can't stop me. You can't see what I'm doing. It's an invisible mage.
Oh no.
Malcolm probably just
Oh,
has
man.
a few times where he's just, who's touching me?
Poke.
It's the rock.
All right, but yeah, you spend the next 3 days acclimatizing these powers and subduing the murder as they wake up.
Count as a long rest.
It will count as a long rest, yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually good to know.
So you'll have 1 day with these temporary hit points, Malcolm.
That's a pretty good question. Ira, do you potentially want the pearl power now that I have 3 slots?
Potentially. It would certainly work for me still, but I also would have to use it in combat only. I think it's best keeping it on you for now.
Well, something cheeky you could do with it too. No, that's
Attunement is a thing.
yeah.
Yeah. I do still have the attunement slots, but I think I've got one attunement slot left, but I still think it'd probably be best used on you. I have a lot more uptime with my spells.
Sure.
And my spells are a little bit stronger now once I actually decide
Short
what
rest, too.
I'm taking.
Do we tell Estelle about any of this? Nah, I don't want to.
Yes, hello, Estelle. Malcolm exploded, but he's still alive.
I was just like banking notes for the next time she gets to properly meet with Estelle, because it'd probably be better to just like go over it all at once if she feels like sharing it with Estelle rather than like sending her doing a sending stone like, hey, Malcolm exploded, we're fine though, and then just leaving her on that.
Then just get back LOL.
Yeah.
All right. So you're not going to do anything else within these 3 days?
I don't think so.
I
No.
don't kind of mind all that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just be quiet days on the road, probably just mostly a lot of internal contemplation.
Actually, I'm gonna. There's one thing I might do. I will save it for later because it's complicated. It's like a bunch of like level up stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So, through these next 3 days, you see a actually way before the city, this thick, oppressive sky of gray smoke just begins kind of enveloping you long before you even see the city. And it's kind of, for more of you country folk, and even you, Ira, you maybe passed here a few times, you know about it, but you never probably went here. The sun is barely a faint glow behind the clouds of the industrial pollution, casting the landscape in a dim, unnatural light. The air is heavy with the acrid stench of burning coal, sulfur, and molten metal, and it just bites at your lungs. The small rivers that you pass by as your Anna's cart just kind of trots by, the rivers that once were just clear and blue now flow with a sluggish, murky current tainted by the industrial runoff, and it's this might be a problem. It's shimmering with an oily rainbow sheen. As you see, Malcolm,
This water is full of dreams.
That is not water.
That is oil. That is oil.
It's
slick.
dreams.
Not drink it, you will get sick.
That's what they said about the rock.
This isn't rock sick. This is.
He doesn't say that.
Okay.
As you go closer, you see the large gray. It's actually more orange. It has this orange hue to it. Like everything around you just has that kind of Fallout kind of lens on it, where everything is orange. The trees are all kind of dead around here. The water is heavily polluted. There's just greasy residue wherever you look. You arrive at the gates of this city, where you see these large smokestacks. Around the area are these railroad tracks that seem to have been removed, but you also see just them in other places, which just full of coal and metals. There's massive pipes snaking along the exteriors of buildings, belching steam and smoke, while huge gears and cogs, some exposed and others encased in iron, turn relentlessly. You see conveyor belts just amongst the city, moving various stones and metals. There are some people you see walking around, mainly steel types and poison types. There's amongst these like broken railroads, there's a patchwork cobblestone and steel plates where you're supposed to walk. There's kind of access to the river through like little moats. It's kind of like polluted Venice, really. As you see like the canals of the water throughout the city. There's just a sense of city, of just industry and brick and metal throughout this place, with reinforced windows and elevated walkways that crisscross towards that make kind of bridges over the small rivers. You see various factories and workshops, and yeah, you are in Iron Broaches. You kind of cough every now and then because you are probably not used to this. Mm-hmm. It's the taste of iron and metal in your mouth when you speak or breathe in.
I can imagine the two village folk here are horrified.
This place is wrong.
Actively live here.
I'm surprised they didn't call it Iron Lung first.
Well, that would be a copyright violation.
Where's the grass?
There is
dead?
Well, it's if there is any, it's dead.
What do people eat?
not grass.
Dante just has like this shirt collar raised up over his nose, trying to filter out the smoke.
You know, the longer that you breathe it in, the more you get used to it, Dante.
I'd rather not get used to it.
Well, not even Lumhausen isn't this bad. I mean, there's some industry, but she kind of glances around. They really don't know the word. They really don't seem to know the word regulation here.
Actually, Loomhausen's just spotless clean.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that this is why Loomhausen is clean. They just make sure all of the junk is done here.
That would make sense. I guess the city having its own little, I guess, other city for its dirty work isn't that far out there.
Anyway, let's
Suspect
turn
I'll
these
be-
guys in. Anna, no song today.
Yeah, my my lungs are really capable of doing that.
I suspect I'm going to be making sure I attune a bit more with my ghost type here.
Hmm.
Well, you know, it might not be poison. It's just pollution. You might not be lucky both ways.
It's more so I'd rather not start any fires.
She kind of looks around at all the few citizens who are kind of wandering around. I get the feeling that a lot of this pollution, or anyone who is working here is probably doing so because they don't really have to deal with that pollution and poison nearly as much. And it points to all the steel types and poison types.
Mm-hmm. As you kind of
More resilient.
look through you hear some. You're kind of given a side eye as you bumpkins are kind of seen in this really rough and tough city. You hear two Pokemon talking. One says, "Did you hear about the explosion in the Steelworks district last night? They're saying it wasn't an accident this time. Someone's out to get Cedric's operations. Wouldn't surprise me with all these new machines popping up. It's no wonder things are going wrong. The city's a powder keg ready to blow, if you ask me."
They've got crime as well, not to mention terrorism at that.
Good district, no less.
Actually, she actually kind of looks to those two, actually, and kind of maybe waves them down after maybe being a little quieter about that first part. It's like, excuse me, you two.
Yeah, it's a Durant and a Clink.
Do you mind directing us to the Steel District? We've got a meeting with Cedric, and we're
I think
not
we
exactly
have a meeting
well
with the sheriff
from here.
first.
But if you want to see the
Oh,
sheriff,
that's true.
if you want the sheriff, he's in about the center of the town, that way, and Cedric's over there, and he points to there's almost a different hue to the city as you see you hear like the clank of steel and just kind of this heat radiating from this certain section of the city. What business do you have with them?
She kind of thinks for a moment. Is like, well, our friend here is a traveling merchant. We've got a letter of recommendation with him, so we might be able to set up some meeting with him. And It's personal. It's personal.
Yeah. Careful around Cedric. He's not had the best luck lately. If you caught our conversation,
Yeah, I heard. Well,
It was an
you
explosion,
stay
right?
safe, I suppose.
Yes, there was. Well, yeah, there was an explosion. Another explosion. It's not the first one, and it certainly won't be the last in his one of his factories.
Explosions aren't that bad. I exploded a few days ago.
They kind of look at each other.
Ignore him.
Face
He's he's interesting.
Yeah. I don't really get the punchline. Is that some sort of metaphor or euphemism,
Anyways, we should get going. We have some members of the murder in here that need to be thrown in jail.
Oh, you caught some of them. So you're battle hardened there,
A little bit.
Well,
That's the way to put it.
if you can catch it, a lot of us have been bearing arms against them. Bring them in, get some good coin. Probably the only coin you'll get around in here in this city,
Good to know.
No,
All
I'll be
right,
leaving
yeah.
you. I'll be leaving you 5 off on your day.
Aye.
I'm just gonna nods and waves. Aye.
They go back to conversing. They're mostly
All right.
more casual now. It's about family and all that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's get these guys in jail before anything else. I forgot about that.
All right. So on your way, you notice more of this. You just hear the clanks of hammers and the conveyor belts. There's just this constant noise all around you of just machines and things moving. This is kind of like a city that never sleeps in kind of the worst way possible. But as you go to the sheriff's office to unload these guys, you see a similar building to the apothecary outpost you saw in Oakshire as you go past.
Interesting.
But you eventually come across this. This looks way more rugged and just grimy and just it. As soon as you see this building, it looks like that's a place where you lock up people, as opposed to like the little hut that was in Oakshire. But you do bring them in, and you can definitely unload them here, and you will get 10 gold a crow. That total of 5.
50 gold.
Or 5 crows times 10.
50 divided by 4.
12.5.
Oh, wonderful. 12 gold, 5 silver.
The Magnazone that's operating this place says, "Did you find these 5 in Cedric's district?"
No, these were out on the road.
There been a problem with Cedric's district? I thought we heard rumors earlier about sabotage.
Yes, Cedric, he's been sabotaged more than once by these ne'er-do-wells. Unfortunately, they're tight-lipped and won't tell us who sent them, or they're acting on their own, won't you? They kind of go into the side of the cell with this kind of wry smile.
But any of them tried to break out?
No, we ship them off every week.
Off to Limhausen?
Yes.
Interesting. I suppose the same. It was probably the same with Oakshire.
Yeah, you know they kind of like Loomhausen has the place where they can hold all these guys, like they have a prison complex that can manage all these. But you would know they tend to escape from Loomhausen. Not on the road or in these places, but in Loomhausen. They're known to not get out in vast numbers, but some of them kind of trickle out by escape.
Yeah, she kind of... Oh, suppose it's better than nothing. Not much else you can do. Well, if we find anyone, I suppose we'll take them here.
Yeah.
That's interesting, though. In the district. All right. Let's see. Let me get that money sorted.
All right.
Anyways, that's all from from my end.
Does anyone else want to do anything here?
Nah.
Not really.
All right. You are now standing outside these this prison complex, or the small little holding area.
Let's get going to Cedric then.
No reason not to.
Want to check it? Yeah, we're checking in with him first, I suppose. I also did. I assume we kind of glossed over it after I initially suggested it, but if we did take those short swords and all that, do we have them? Like, to kind of maybe see how we could trade those in somewhere.
Yeah, you'd have five short swords.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep that in mind for later. It's not something to be taken care of immediately, but...
All right. And you're going to go to the Steelwork District?
Yeah, let's get going there.
All right. You begin going to the Steelworking District, and it's more the same here. It's still more of the pollution hanging in the air, but you full on see like Pokemon just with hammers just striking metal and working it into weapons, and working it into workable material too. Just kind of tempering it and heating it up and cooling it down. You probably ask among them where you can find Cedric, and they point you through these various areas. There's actually quite a number of factories here, and as you pass by some of them, you see some of them kind of boarded up, and they look like an explosion happened in some of them. And there's this tall central building where and they're all very just kind of like gruff Pokemon, as I said before, very steel and poison mainly, who seem to be taking this environment to the chin. Much better than you guys. Where did you want Anna to go, by the way?
Is she coming with, or should she, like, probably find a place to kind of
Yeah.
stake her claim in the market district?
Yeah, she needs kind of a place for her cart. She doesn't really have anyone to watch it, so...
She hasn't found a place to park yet.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's probably hanging around the market district.
Okay.
Split
catch
up then.
Alright. Yeah, and they direct you to this large building in the center that kind of has a outside stairwell that goes up it to a to this doesn't look flashy or anything. It's just this steel door.
Funk.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Hi.
We... hang on. We're here on recommendation from Mayor Walden.
Come in. Because his voice kind of softens.
Yeah. Gonna...
Dante will open the door and hold it open for everyone else as he walks in.
You walk into this, I want to say nice office, but it kind of looks like an organized dump in here, where there's just kind of like hammers leaning against the wall. There's just kind of all this like steelwork statues and these it's like the craftsmanship of the objects in the room is like exquisite, but the rest of the place just looks like a dump with like grease smears on the side of the wall and just the floor caked in dust. This really nice metal desk with just all these drawers on it. It's like well furnished and polished too. But again, it just kind of looks like this, like it's just all this spectacular craftsmanship in the middle of this just really cruddy looking room. And in a chair sits a bearded feline Pokemon with this zipper-like smile. Well, he's not really smiling, just maw of teeth. This berserker looks at you. Walden sent you, eh? What'd she send you for?
She's first gonna hold out the letter, say, well, I suppose you could see for yourself.
He takes the letter and just kind of he rips it at the side. Doesn't even like do it. He just kind of rips it out the side and pulls out the note. Not to be rude or anything. You just think he's just kind of a boorish guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Help me, I can. Heroics, huh?
That's a term. I wouldn't put it that way, but...
Well, it seems the mayor from your last stop has good things to say about ya. Can't say I have much use for heroics in Ironbroach, though.
What about your exploding factories?
You almost see, like, the steam coming out of his ears after you say that.
We admittedly heard a few rumors on the way in.
Apologies, he's a bit blunt.
Well, as you could see, things aren't exactly running smoothly here. It's sabotage in the steelworks, I tell ya. Accidents in the workshops. Hell, half my workers are striking because they think those damn machines are coming for their jobs. Ironbroach's a powder keg, and it feels like we're just waiting for the spark. Excuse me.
Do you know about a man named Hemlock here?
No. But I certainly know of a woman named Talia.
Talia?
Yes, the head of the machinery district. She's the one. She is the one responsible for these sabotages. I know it.
Sorry to interrupt. What's this guy's name again?
Cedric.
Cedric, thank you.
She's the one who's... So you think... Okay, so this is... some... interesting. Well... We're not... Well... I'm not too sure if we can help you out with any sort of... political sabotage or anything of that sort. If that's what's going on, but... We... as
She's responsible for this. You just gotta figure it out. I tell you, you four go there, you shall be unsuspected. You go there, get me some proof that she's responsible for sabotaging my factories!
I...
Why do you think it's her?
Conclusions.
She's... Have you seen her fancy newfangled machines yet?
No.
Not at all. We only just arrived in town.
Ironbroach was built on the sweat and skill of its people, not on a cold, lifeless machine that she mass produces. There's no art to what she does, no craftsmanship, and those machines will never, ever replicate that. You can't replace imagination and heart of a skilled worker with those contraptions. And she's trying to put me out of my district out of business.
So she's been... Ira kind of frowns for a moment, so she's been creating these machines and you've been willingly using them?
No, we're not using any of that crap here. We use the sweat of our brows and the fire in our hearts. That soft woman has never swung a hammer. She has never known hardship. The only thing her hands have handled is gold.
These machines are simply they're doing the jobs that your workers would be doing, or...
Yes.
Huh.
She's sending them into the mines. She's having them craft equipment. Do you want to be... You look like warriors. You there. One, it puts to you, Malcolm. Would you like to be handling a cheap knockoff bootleg mall compared to that fine craftsmanship you have there?
What's it look like?
Crappy!
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Now, I don't think I like that.
Exactly, that's my point.
Oh. Okay, hold on. I may have misunderstood something. So your factories are blowing up.
Yes, they're blowing up left and right.
And that doesn't have anything to do with the machines.
No, it's Talia. I know she's orchestrating it all. She's getting them murder to come in here and sabotage everything.
Okay, sorry, that was my misunderstanding. I initially thought it was the machines that were blowing up. But you said it's the murder? Oh.
Sometimes it's them. Sometimes they just blow up well, right under the radar. Have to evacuate everyone. People get hurt, for crying out loud. That's one less worker. And some of them have just been walking off the job because they don't want to deal with it.
Well, if it's the murder, we've dealt with them before. We can deal with them again. And as for this, Talia, I suppose we could look into this. could look into what she's been doing, what she's been up to.
I'd much appreciate that if you were able to do that.
Has there been any patterns to these attacks?
But if you want to talk to, don't let her smooth you. Don't let her smooth talk you. Shouldn't be trusted. But there hasn't been any patterns. It's just one of my factories blows up. The lifeblood of Ironbroach blows up with it.
Well, that's certainly concerning. Have there been any other strange occurrences going on in Ironbroach recently? We are travelers, heroics, I suppose, if you want to call us that. While we were back in Oakshire, helping out the mayor there, she kind of gestures to the letter. We've been mostly we specialize, I suppose, in any strange anomalies that have been occurring recently. Stuff like the stuff like the reports on the roads of strange dungeon Pokemon attacks and things of that sort.
Well, we've had nothing of that sort, but there's anything weird's happening. I guess it's Jasper Brightwind.
Jasper Brightwind.
He's a new face in town, but he's already making waves. Claims he wants to unite us all and bring some fresh air into the council and chambers. But I've been around long enough to know the smell of a rat-hatter when I was sneaking about. That Jasper, he's all flash and no substance. Fancy suit, smooth tongue, but not a drop of real grit in him. I suspect he's trying to worm his way into a seat in the council. From there, who knows? He's got eyes on the Iron Chancellor seat. Think he can charm his way to the top. But let me tell you, the kind of power he's after doesn't come from charm. It comes from knowing what's good for Ironbroach and fighting for it.
Interesting. Sounds like there's all sorts of mess going on right now. All right then. Where can we find these two, Talia and Jasper?
Well, Jasper's, you can probably find him campaigning his ridiculous campaigns around Ironbroach. Talia, I told you, is in the Machines District. As he says that, too, you hear an explosion in the background.
Oh,
for Christ! You see what I'm dealing with? As he kind of goes out, he just kind of shoves past you, and he begins like Yosemite Sam, pointing at workers to...
I think we should help.
yeah, we should help that. That sounds bad.
All right. Yeah, he's like, yeah, if you want to help me, go save whoever you can from that place, evacuate it. Find whatever evidence you can. I don't care. I want Talia's head on a pike.
Malcolm's already rolling over there.
Yeah. All right, we'll leave. Unless you want to do something else, we'll leave things off there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's.
Yeah,
I don't think we have time to
think
do anything else.
Yeah, because we're just. I mean, Proteus is going to be looking for people trying to get out of the scene as fast as possible.
All right. Well, we'll deal with the factory explosion next time.
Yep.
All right. That's Oh, you guys ruined my Griffin encounter.
Sorry.
It's okay.
He was a bird in a cage.
Yeah.
Who said it had to get free?
Despite all my rage, he's nothing but a bird in a cage. Despite all Malcolm's rage. All right. Yeah, this is gonna kind of be the meat and the potatoes you're gonna counter in this campaign.
Yeah.
Political navigation.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Alright.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I was hoping that it wouldn't explode while we were here, though. I was hoping to get some sped up.
Oh,
Of course, it's gonna explode while we're here.
poor Cedric. Well, he said he's experienced them left and right. He's not lying, I guess.
I didn't think it'd be that frequent.
It's a lot of factory explosions. Surprised there's factories left.
Most definitely sabotage.
All right. Well, we'll enjoy our adventures in Iron Roach next time. See you later, guys.